Earlier this morning, we spoke to Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, Robbie Mook, and I began by asking him if Bernie Sanders did enough to unite the party last night.
He absolutely did. You heard a resounding endorsement for Hillary Clinton from Senator Sanders. I think the other important fact here is that unlike Ted Cruz at Donald Trump's convention, Senator Sanders had actually endorsed Secretary Clinton weeks before. He repeated that endorsement. He called on the delegates to work as hard as they could to elect Secretary Clinton. And look, I think this stands in broader contrast to the Republican convention where the governor of Ohio wouldn't even show up. We definitely had the governor of Pennsylvania there last night, and all of Senator Sanders' elected endorsers as well, Raul Grijalva, Keith Ellison, Jeff Merkley, people like that, were all on board as well.
You've got some vocal opponents there. I mean, it's a little bit of karma, isn't it? Because last week, Democrats were downright gleeful at what they saw as chaos on the floor of the convention of the Republicans. And you had some boos, you had some shouting. I mean, there was even booing during the opening prayer yesterday.
It was boisterous on the floor. I will definitely give you that. Yesterday was the day of business, voting on a number of important procedural items. But again, in contrast to the Republican convention, where there were minority reports and they were struggling to pull votes off the floor and so on, our platform passed by acclamation. There were no minority reports. The rules passed by acclamation. No minority reports.
There's a roll call vote today. This is where the delegates get to announce their votes, and including those who voted for Bernie Sanders in the primaries and the caucuses. Do you expect more fireworks today?
No. There is going to be a roll call vote. All 57 states and territories are going to cast their vote. That all the delegates are going to have their voices heard, and you're going to see Secretary Clinton win the nomination.
Obviously, this has all been exacerbated by the leak of these emails that were from the Democratic National Committee. You have suggested, and a lot of people have noticed, that the Russians were not only behind it, but that perhaps they timed the leak in order to damage Hillary Clinton and interfere with our election. Donald Trump last night said that is a conspiracy theory.
Well, it's a theory that's being put forward now by CNN, by the Washington Post, by the New York Times. These are the experts speaking out on this.
Have any government experts told you that?
Well, CNN has reported that the FBI is actively investigating.
But to you, the Clinton campaign?
No, they have not communicated that to us. I'm simply going off what the reporting is telling us. But if the reporting is accurate, this is something very troubling. The idea that a foreign state could be trying to influence our electoral process, influence who becomes our president of the United States, that's a very serious situation.
Evidently, there's more material out there. Do you expect more embarrassing leaks?
Obviously, we don't know what's going to happen, but clearly the people that are doing this are not interested in helping our cause, but we'll just have to see.
Do you believe they have additional emails, additional material?
I just don't know, and we also don't know when material is posted, if it's been doctored, how accurate it is. But this is a troubling situation. I also found it troubling last week when Donald Trump said that he didn't necessarily believe that NATO should intervene to protect our Eastern European allies from Russian aggression. I think that's very troubling.
You think he's pro-Putin?
Well, he said that he's praised Putin a number of times. So I think that alone is something the voters need to pay attention to. But these larger inferences that are being made by the experts make the situation particularly troubling.
Robbie Mook, campaign manager for Hillary Clinton. Thanks for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.